So I said after the quote I picked was after my grandmother died, I felt like crawling into the coffin with her. After my dad's best friend got shot in the face, I wondered if I was destined to get shot in the face too. And then I said like it was a good representation of like Arnold's or Junior's struggle with like loss and identity that he has because at this point he's starting to feel like hopeless and feels like even though he's trying, he's just destined for failure or like you said, like to get shot in the face or something bad to happen to him, and he doesn't see any hope for him. And then also he lost his grandma, which is really hard for him too because he looked up to her and saw her as like a really wise person and cared about her a lot. And it was, I just said it was like a really hopeless point in Junior's life.
Question time.
Why did he care so much about his grandma?
Because I think it says at one point in the book, like, he looked up to her and, just saw her as, like, a really wise person who, and took her advice really seriously. And, yeah.
I said, I used to think the world was broken down by tribes, I said, by black and white, by Indian and white. But now I know that that isn't true. The world is broken down into two groups. The people who are assholes and the people who are not. After being insulted by Arnold's teacher, his new friends and classmates hold a protest to stand up for how they think Arnold should be treated. In this text, Arnold has looked back to when he was still going to school on the reservation. He sees when he was younger and when he thought the world was divided by race and superiority. But after meeting Penelope and Roger and making the basketball team, Arnold can see that it's not about what color you are, but to him, it's about how you act and what kind of decisions you make.
Okay.
Why?
No question.
Why do you think he thinks that way?
Because Arnold was had a bad experience on the reservation, so when he first went to Reardon, he just assumed everybody was mean and bad, but then he met all his friends and made the basketball team, and then he changed.
Junior said they're not supposed to get run over and killed by a drunk driver. But that's after his grandma got killed. And my response was, when Junior says this quote after his grandma died, he said it out of anger and sadness. He also thinks that old people should die of natural causes, not being run over by drunk drivers. This shows the cultural conflict because he has said many times that drinking is in the Indians' culture. And he feels very strongly about this topic because his dad, who's an alcoholic, spends all of their money. And because his dad's best friend, forgot his name, got shot in the head. Eugene got shot in the head because of being drunk. And another reason is because his grandma never drank any alcohol, but yet she was killed by a drunk Indian.
Yes, you guys need to ask Evan a question.
Oh. So why did Arnold feel that way?
He felt strongly. Why do you feel strongly about the topic?
Yeah.
Because his grandma, who never drank any alcohol and who was very against alcohol, got killed by a drunk driver. And because his dad, and because he can relate closely because his dad's an alcoholic and spends all their money on Christmas.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so I chose. They were worried about me. I was important to them. All of these white kids and teachers who were so suspicious of me when I first arrived had learned to care about me, and I'd been so suspicious of them. And now I care about them and love a few of them. Last of the theme was acceptance and kind of like friendship. I think one of the themes of this quote is acceptance because in the novel at the end, everyone started caring and not being like racist towards Junior. He was not accepted at first, and they didn't care no more about what his race was, but about how he was. I said this was related to friendship because ever since he was accepted, he started getting closer to people. And yeah, that's basically what I said. Okay, Boston.
Can we ask you a question?
Ask Lloyd a
Oh, I
question.
don't have questions.
Why do you think he feels this way?
Because why does he think he feels accepted? I guess because what was I? Because he didn't feel accepted at first. Like I don't know how to explain it.
So everyone's
I guess he
including
felt,
him.
yeah, he felt different, like, well, he was different, like, he felt excluded and stuff. And then now he's accepted.
What do you mean by accepted?
Can you give examples from the text?
Like, he feels related.
How? Like, can you give us examples?
I just read my quote. That was an example.
No. Are there any other examples? It says that in here.
No. I think that's just the part.
Can you tell me more about how they accepted him, please?
It just said they accepted him.
Tell me more about that, please.
Okay, so one person that accepted him was Penelope, whatever.
Penelope.
Penelope. And,
White girl.
yeah, the big guy, I forgot his name.
Roger.
Roger. They became best friends and stuff. Yeah, that's best friend.
We're done, guys.